Hi, I'm Anthony Hemingway, the director of Red Tails. You're watching OK Nigeria TV.
Hi, I'm David Oyelowo, and you're watching OK Nigeria TV.
Hi, I'm Cuba Jr., and you're watching OK Nigeria Television.
Come on, Junior, fail!
Hi, I'm Lisa Marie for OK Nigeria TV, and today we're at the Mayfair Hotel in London for the official Red Tails premiere. Watch as we get exclusive interviews with Cuba Jr., David Oyelowo, and other members of the cast. Stay tuned. How did you get involved, first of all, with the Red Tails movie?
Well, I got a call one day from my agent saying George Lucas wanted to meet with me. So completely with disbelief. I was like, why does he want to meet with me? So it just became a series of meetings where I had to go in and pitch and prove to them that I wanted this job.
I've seen some of the footage of the behind the scenes and the training that the actors had to do. How did they cope with that? Because I've seen some of them, they had to go into water and they were running, and how did they get through that?
Well, they all got through it differently, I'll say. But in the end, they loved it. It created such a bond between them all, and created a sense of camaraderie.
Welcome to the UK. How are you?
I'm great. Blessed to be here. Been here a few days, so I'm starting to get acclimated to the time change. So
where originally do you live in America?
In Los Angeles.
Ah, so 8 hours behind. So the time difference must have been crazy.
Exactly.
So in the movie Red Tails, you play the part of Major Emmanuel Stance, which is based on the story of the Tuskegee Airmen, which is a major part in history for African Americans to look to. So how did you get involved with it?
Well, you know, the first time I told this story was for an HBO movie called Tuskegee Airmen, and I had just graduated high school and thought I knew everything. And when I read that script, I was immediately frustrated and angered that I didn't know that not only did African Americans fight in the in the Second World War, but that they had accomplished such great heroic feats. So I knew that we were doing something special with that film. Then when I heard that George Lucas was going to do it on a grand, big scale, I said, this is going to be something visually people are really going to enjoy.
What was it like working with George Lucas?
You know, he's an icon. I mean, if he just stands there, people want to see how, what he's doing. And I'd have a conversation on the set with him, and everybody would lean in and stop working and hear anything he has to say.
We're from OK Nigeria. Have you ever been to Nigeria?
Nigeria, yes. I was in Lagos, Port Harcourt, Yenagoa. I love Nigeria. It was beautiful.
Any plans to ever star in a Nollywood film, maybe?
Yeah, why not? Absolutely. I'm open to all film communities all over the world, and I actually was there when we did the African Academy Awards in I think it was in Yenagoa, and it was great. Those people are just beautiful, wonderful, wonderful.
That would be fantastic and something I would look forward to seeing. Thank you so much for joining us, and I can't wait to see the film. Welcome to the UK Festival.
Thank you so much.
How did you get involved with Red Tails?
George Lucas told me the story about 1989, and I had never heard the story. I never knew about the Tuskegee Airmen, and it just seemed like such an incredibly natural story. You know, you have these great kids, all they want to do is serve their country. They have to fight the most unbelievable discrimination to be able to do what they want to do, and finally circumstances allowed them to do that with the help of Eleanor Roosevelt and a number of other people.
In the movie Red Tails, you play the part of Joe Lightning Little.
Yeah.
How did you prepare for that role?
Well, I mean, one of the greatest assets we had was to actually have some of the Tuskegee Airmen there with us. I mean, obviously there was a lot of reading, a lot of documentary watching, but literally to have those guys there to say, what was it like? What kind of personality do you feel you have to be a fighter pilot? What was the process of being picked? And literally down to, does my uniform look right, before I go for a take? It was just invaluable having them there.
I've seen some of the behind the scenes footage, and a lot of the actors actually went up in the planes. Did you get to do that?
I was one of them. And that was great, actually, because, obviously when we're actually shooting the airplane battles, it's in a controlled environment on the ground. But to have actually experienced what it feels like, which is incredibly disorientating. I mean, there's nothing like being in a commercial plane, being in these little tin cans, really, that can go up to 500 miles per hour. So to have that experience really helped helped with depicting it in the controlled environment, like I say.
So you're of Nigerian heritage yourself.
I am, yeah.
Do you ever get to go back to Nigeria?
I do, yeah, but I haven't been for a while, to my shame. I last went back about 5 years ago. I was in Lagos and I was in Abuja as well. So yeah, but I love going back home. I lived in Lagos for 7 years, from the age of 6 to 13, so it's very dear to me.
Any plans to star in any Nollywood movies?
Any Nollywood movies? I don't know, none on the cards. No one's asked me to star in a Nollywood movie yet, so come on.
Thank you so much for joining us, and I can't wait to see the film.
Thank you.